also don't agree if a child is 8, you don't need to be bathing no 8-year-old child. By that age, they need to know how to bathe themselves. So, you know, it's okay to a certain age. But I understand what you say. You see it all the time. The kids are in school and or you see them, well, I see them coming to the hospital and, you know, their panties are dirty and the boy, because they don't know how to wipe themselves properly. And that's, you know, that's a terrible thing, because down the road that can lead into, you know, terrible infections and so forth. So I don't agree with it, but like I said, when you got someone 19 with 4 kids, you know, what can they really teach? They're still a baby themselves. Let me see. Hi, Jessamy. That sounds like my sister and that kid. I mean, you know, in these days and times, that's, you know, I see it all of the time in the hospital. You know, 30-year-old grandmothers, 40-year-old great-grandmothers. That's the age that we live in. So again, you cannot teach what you've never been taught. So that's one thing. This wasn't a question that was asked. But a lot of times we see the young kids out there, whether they're 12, 11, 13, 14, girls and guys. And we're talking about them, oh, hey, you know, got his pants hanging down, his pants is sagging. Or look at that girl that looks like a, you know, a slut, and so forth. Instead of talking about them and gossiping, what I do is come in, young sister, young brother, pull them to the side. You know, you look really idiotic with your pants hanging off your butt. Or sister, you know, you're better than that. Know your worth. You know, it only takes 5 minutes out of your day to let someone know they matter. A lot of times these kids are doing these things to get attention because they're lacking the attention at home. So instead of, you know, talking about them and so forth and pointing out, you know, take time. It's each one teach one. You know, and that's how it was when I was growing up. You know, and a lot of times children or teenagers or adolescents, even some young adults, are doing things that they're not conscious of. So, I mean, that's my ploy to y'all. Just take time out and pull them to the side. You know, it could make the world of difference for our young brothers and sisters to notice someone's cares. What is this? Hi, Aries. Thanks for joining in. Had another question. Talk about those that live secret lives to appease their family to avoid disconnect. Well, y'all know I don't agree with that ish. Not at all. It's love me or leave me. You know, you say they're worried about disconnect, but how about the self-pain? You know, that's why you have so many in the LGBT community that are addicts. Because they're hurting. They're hurting. So, I mean, family is very important, but you have to always remember to put you first. You know, you always have true, or they commit suicide. I mean, we have a lot of that in our community. That's why I'm with all of the campaigns to stop the bullying. But that's why I'm also into more acceptance also. And positive things. You know, I don't like I said, sometimes us in the community, whether young ones or really old ones, are so extra. And it's, you know, you don't have to be so extra. You know, show them that we're educated. You know, we hold many positions in every genre, every career, and so forth. But again, I say you have to put yourself first. If your family truly loves you, they're going to love you in spite of. As I've said previously, maybe not here, but on, you know, other blogs. My mother's a minister. And, you know, she loves me just as I am. But guess what? If she didn't, that's just the person I am, and I thank the Lord for my strength. I wouldn't try to hide who I was or stop being gay for my mother to be in my life. How I feel, hey, Mom, that would be your loss. So, I know all of us are not that strong. I just thank the Lord that I am. But like I said, that's something I don't agree about. That's you know, something I don't agree about. How did I come to love myself, girl? Oh, it was a journey. Hello, Miss Juicy. It was a journey. And hi, baby Bulla, baby. It was a big, big, big journey. I don't want to repeat on each show, but long story short, like I said, the last relationship that I left, that's when in August. That's when I shaved my head. I left my house. I left everything and started over. You know, and this is just recently. You know, I've always liked me, but I didn't love me. So when I just started to put me first, you know, everything fell in place. You know, so everything fell in place. Like I said, it was a process, and you still go through it. You know, did I feel selfish? No, hell no. What do I feel selfish for? Leaving my house. If anything, I'm the one that had to start over financially. Shit. I left a house to go to a basement apartment. You know, and to say I was angry. I ain't gonna lie, I was angry. But that stopped me from going to jail too. You know, it stopped me from going to jail. So I'm selfish is the last thing I am. That's my problem. I've always put myself last. Worried about my lover being happy, my boss being happy, my mama being happy, everybody else being happy, you know, everybody besides me. Happy. Listen, in terms of loving yourself, doing for you first. You know what? You have to learn to say no. One of my sayings is, you know, saying no doesn't mean I love you. It means I love me more. People always will call and ask for monetary things or this, and that. And I felt obligated because I was able to. And then you saw that the calls only came when people needed you. And not just on some hello, how are you doing, so forth. And that hurts. You know, that really hurts. So, and then at the same time, I feel each of us as an adult doesn't owe anyone anything. Even if you're a parent. Once that child gets 18 to get out of college, your job is done. You know, your job is done. Even us, with our parents, we didn't ask to be here. And if we 40 and moms are struggling, you do what you can, but don't beat yourself in the head. You got to take care of home first. And that's something I still had to learn. I put everybody before me. And then when I was lacking, I didn't have anyone to go to. So you always have to put yourself first. And it's not being selfish. It's really not. Because at the end of the day, most times all you have is you. Thank you, Aries. I love it. I'm enjoying this, what I'm doing every second of it. And it's just, I don't know if you want to call it self-confidence. It's a life experience. Trust me. I don't know, Soulcat's back there moonwalking. You know, I tell people I wouldn't trade nothing for my journey. Nothing for my journey. And I'm an open book. So trust me, I got a story to tell. I've cried many nights, still cry some nights, but I believe in a higher power, I believe in God. See, I don't call it self-confidence. What I have a faith walk that's unbreakable. You know, I really do. I believe. You can't pray and worry. That's one of my favorite sayings. And I refuse to worry. You know, I just got faith and I believe. And if you do that and you say it and say it into the mirror, say it into yourself, you know, you have to encourage yourself. Say it out loud. This is what I'm going to have. This is what I'm going to do. Guess what? It's yours. It's yours. Some people say I'm always walking and talking and singing and this and that. It could be worse.